What's your problem, man? Do you want to smoke? Like, see my film bombed? Like, what if I wanted my film to bomb? Right? There's no... It's poetry. Remember the cigarette scene? Remember when we did the dancing? Like, what if it was all planned? Right? No. My movie bombed. Oh no. What am I gonna do? If only I made a movie to be liked by people and not a movie to make art. Guys, we talked about this, right? We talked about it. We talked about it. Fuck you, right? Like in the movie, we went over how sometimes comedians bomb and sometimes Joker bombs the Capitol, right? It's two different kinds of bombing. Just two different kinds of bombing. And guys, the principle was it was a bad joke. Bad joke with no punchline. The punchline is, haha, there's no punchline, right? I mean, am I the only crazy person who actually got it, right? Like, can't be, right? Anyway, so at the start of the movie, they did animation. The animation said, well, here's a story about two people who are the same person, you know? And there's Joker and there's Arthur Fleck. There's two people, and secretly, they're the same person. Joker 2 is a 2 hour long Lady Gaga video, right? So that's the first part of why is it a musical, right? Second part is mental illness, not living in reality. This is why it's a musical. And why it's not a good musical. Well, it's a good musical at what it does, but might be like it's not committing enough to being a musical, but it's because he's crazy. He's living in his own world. We're trying to make the audience understand that. So, musical, that's not a musical. Arthur Fleck is not Joker, but they're the same, right? Then you have Lady Gaga, who's like here, you know? Lady Gaga is the helper. She's like helping him, but she's not really helping him, you know? She has her own goals. She has like her own agenda. She wants the dream. She doesn't want the reality, you know? And the dream version of Arthur Fleck is Joker, so she wants Joker. Arthur Fleck wants people to recognize him not as a crazy person, but as an artist, you know? He has what's called artistic integrity. It's like very common thing to have. The story is built like this. You have Arthur Fleck and the Joker, and the question is, are they the same? Are they two different things? So here we have the hospital. We have the woman who helps him. She's on this side. She says, they're two different people. Arthur Fleck is the one I want to protect. This is Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga says, they're two different people. And the Joker is the one I want to protect. So this is the vision of people against him. They're saying it's art and they're one and the same. So you have, again, two different camps. You have the camp, people saying, well, because he's the Joker and they're one and the same, he deserves to die. And then you have Arthur Fleck's version, which is, yes, I'm an artist, I'm the Joker, I made him up, but it was for the arts. And the punchline is, he gets what he fucking deserves. Just like he did to Murray. And Joker dies at the end. Spoiler, guys. Joker dies at the end. You know? Why? Because Joker dying is not a problem. Well, not Joker, sorry. I mean, Arthur Fleck dying is not a problem. Arthur Fleck chooses Arthur Fleck. He chooses to be an artist and not a crazy person, and that's bad. Like, I get that the movie could have been shorter. I get that the movie could have been shorter, basically. And I think it was a bit long. I think it was like very telegraphed that he was gonna die. They show him dying like 10 times before he actually does die. They show him losing Harley. Well, Lee, sorry, Lee Quinzel. They changed the name. They show her losing They show him losing her 10 different ways. They show them ending together 10 different ways. It's very telegraphed. And yes, like very telegraphed things are annoying. But it's like, although it's very telegraphed, Joker is not living in the real world. And he's not able to see the very telegraphed lie that she's telling him. She's like lying about everything, and he still believes her. Yeah, like, do they even have a child? Who knows? Who knows? Only Lee knows. Well, does Lee even know? You know? Does she live in reality? Does she not understand that Arthur Fleck and the Joker are the same person? You know? We don't know. All of his fans think Joker is the only one that exists. And everyone who meets Arthur Fleck is disappointed because he's a bad comedian. He's a bad artist. That's the point of the movie. And if you're telling me the movie is bad art, I just find it funny, right? I just find it very, very funny. So Joker dying is not does not mean there won't be a Joker tree. Like there could be a Joker tree focused on Arlie. Well, Lee. I mean Lady Gaga again, could be a better movie. Or he comes back as a spirit. He comes back as a different actor, maybe. He comes back as his secret twin. Like Joker coming back. It's just what's gonna happen. Like Joker always comes back in the comics, in the animated series, in the live action. Like whenever you have a Joker, you always have the next Joker. Like you have a Batman, you have the next Batman. Like if they did Dark Knight, they did like that Joker Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger fucking killed himself. But Joker came back and it was awful. He came back in Suicide Squad. The first one, the bad one, he came back as Jared Leto. Jared Leto's fucking insane. He was sending Margot Robbie bats in the mail. Insane. He was method actor to the core. But Joker came back. He came back as Joaquin Phoenix. This is the live action Joker timeline. So if Joaquin Phoenix's Joker doesn't work, or they do a Joker tree that saves the day, saves the timeline, or whatever, it's okay. It's part of making art. Like, for some people, The Last Jedi doesn't work as a Star Wars movie. But I would say The Last Jedi is one of the best Star Wars movie ever made. Because it says, well, fuck the past. Let's just make something new. Let's make some new Jedi stories. And then JJ got back on that train and was like, fuck that. Fuck burning the past. Let's just double down on what worked and really try really, really hard to capture that nostalgia. It's like, do we really want Dark Jar Jar? Do we really want Palpatine to come back? Like the fan theory still exists, all those fan theories, they exist and they're out there in the world. There are own versions of Star Wars, and then you can make your own thing. Like you're allowed to do fan fiction, but you're also allowed to do your own star-based opera. Like that's why Star Trek and Star Wars both exist. You can do, I don't know, Moon Wars. I don't know. Like in Quebec, we have a galaxie près de chez vous. Une galaxie près de chez vous. Dans une galaxie près de chez vous is just Star Trek, but make it Quebecois, So, like, you can make your own Joker story. You can make your own Batman story. Batman's just a different version of Sherlock Holmes. It's just like a detective story, but he hits people a lot, and he has cool gadget. And, like, DC doesn't have the monopole on having a superhero who's rich and has daddy issues and is like full of himself because Marvel did the same thing. They did Iron Man. So the world of comic, the world of literature is characters becoming the other characters or staying the same character. What's important is not the actor, it's the mask. If the mask gets passed on in Commedia dell'arte, that's a success. So Arthur Fleck dying so Joker can live is the good ending, It's the only ending. One day you die, and then You hope your character, your work, your whatever you made during your life, you hope it passes on. So Joker will pass on. There's no question about Joker passing on. At this point, Joker's been around for well over 50 years. Joker's gonna stick around, guys. He's gonna come back. He's gonna be the same actor. It's gonna be a different actor. We don't really care about that. We don't really care about the art style. We don't really care about who is with. We care about the character. Joker proved himself. Harley Quinn proved herself too. And she had it way, way harder. She started in the animated series. And she got her own comic. She got her own movies. She got her own everything. She got her own animated series. Like, I can't wait for the next Joker movie. Like, or Harley Quinn movie. Like, make a fucking Harley Quinn movie with Lady Gaga. Like, that would be amazing. Imagine Harley Quinn folie à deux, you know? I don't know what you would call it, but imagine an Harley Quinn movie with Lady Gaga. That's just literally a musical, and that's like how she misses Joker and how she's crazy for him after he's, well, we don't really know if he died, but like, he was bleeding underground, and I don't know if like anyone wanted to save him. So like right now, his franchise is bleeding underground, and we're not sure anyone's gonna pick it up. But what if you made an Harley Quinn movie starring Lady fucking Gaga, and you advertise it as a fucking Lady Gaga musical video? You know? What if you advertised it right this time? Lady Gaga sings the blues, you know? Lady Gaga sings about how she misses her boyfriend that she kind of killed. Lady Gaga burns Gotham to the ground. You don't want to watch Lady Gaga burning Gotham to the ground. You're crazy. I don't know what to tell you. I think the next Harley Quinn Joker movie would fucking rock. So please go support the 2 hour long art house Lady Gaga movie so there can be another 2 hour long Lady Gaga art house movie. Anyways, that was me. Joker. Totally not an imposter. Totally not a different person. My cigarette. Yeah. Over and out. Smoke. Something. All right. Bye.